San Francisco to express our solidarity with people around the world who are persecuted and murdered for who they are. We're here today because yesterday was Human Rights Day around the world, December 10th. But last month at the United Nations, a very terrible vote took place and an action was taken which has brought us all here together. And specifically to a measure about extrajudicial killings, about summary executions and unlawful taking of life of individuals. Many groups of people, nationality, racial, ethnic identity, lots of different categories were included. But at the last minute, many countries that view themselves as very conservative from a moralistic standpoint banded together and they removed sexual orientation and gender identity from those protections. And this is really striking at the heart of our movement around the world, because we see throughout the world that persecution of people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgendered is taking place. And this individual behind us, it's also the one-year anniversary of the taking of his life. We just saw this week that the author of the Kill Uganda, Kill Gays bill in the Uganda Parliament was in Washington, D.C., meeting with people. And there's just no question that those of us here in San Francisco have to raise our voice. We're here in United Nations Plaza. The United Nations was founded here in San Francisco. And here we are in 2010, and actions by the UN continue to ignore and cover up the violence, persecution, and execution of people who are part of the LGBT community.
It's a bittersweet to be here for this reason, actually, as a South African. For South Africa to be part of this effort to remove protections for gay and lesbians, transgender people, anyone who isn't part of a preconceived norm, is really disappointing. The constitution of that country is something that is treasured and something to be proud of, and so for them to completely turn around is just a travesty. And I think there are a lot of South Africans as well who feel that the effort of South Africa to even participate in that vote is unconstitutional.
The United Nations was created to promote social progress, better living standards, and human rights. However, the United Nations decisions to remove LGBT people from a resolution condemning extrajudicial killings by government or non-government groups is unconscionable.
We stand here today at the UN Plaza, formed after World War II as an international organization committed to cooperation in international law, international security, social progress, human rights, and the achievement of world peace. In the summer of 1992, Allison Marks, a young LGBT-identified intern, stood on the floor of the UN and read the first introduction to the UN calling for the prevention of discrimination and the protection of LGBT people worldwide. Her focus was to address the arbitrary arrest, detention, threats of violence, persecution, and execution of LGBT people, citing Article 3 and 9 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Ms. Marks was also a young visionary because she also quoted Article 13, "Everyone has a right to the freedom of movement," drawing attention then to the fact that binational same-sex couples do not have the right to sponsor their partners or spouses for immigration. The freedom of movement is a right for everyone, and we still don't have that right here in the United States.
1 year ago, Walter Trochez was murdered in Honduras by shadowy forces connected with the coup. Walter's death is a prime example of what an extrajudicial killing is. He was walking down the street. He's an HIV prevention worker. He's an openly gay man standing up for the gays who were being killed and the transgender people being murdered in Honduras. 1 year later, no one has been arrested for the murder of Walter Trochez. We are here to honor Walter Trochez His picture is behind me. It is on this obelisk, which gives the declaration that started the United Nations, and underneath it, right behind us, is the Declaration of Human Rights. It is time for the United Nations to fully embrace gay people in all of their work and protect gay people around the world.
I'm glad everyone is out here today to show solidarity. I think it's a travesty what the UN has done by not including protections for the LGBT community. This global solidarity, I'm pleased to be here. I'm glad everybody came out because we need to let everybody know around the world that we care about our LGBT people. We care about what's going on in the world for all of us.
Someone who really broke down the walls at City Hall and made marriage happen, and someone that we appreciate every step of the way being part of our civil rights movement here in San Francisco and around the world. Molly McKay.
I was thinking about what a rainbow is. And a rainbow is formed when it is both sunny and rainy out together. And I think that is a perfect symbol for LGBT people. We are embracing of the all, the oneness, not the duality in two different boxes, but the oneness of us all. So I am hopeful that as we sing this song, rainbows show up all over the world as a phenomenon. And I just send out a prayer to all of our brothers and sisters around the world. This song, let's send it to everybody around the world who is struggling, who is celebrating, and who is living out loud for LGBT rights. So are we ready, Julie? Okay. Over the rainbow, way up high, if happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Thanks, everybody. Let's go lift that flag.